And Donna, you worked at the time as a flight attendant, you still do.
I do.
And there's a vital role that you played and you've trained others to play in spotting trafficking.
You know, Juju, it's so important for people to understand that you've got to recognize it and report it. And so often you'll see a situation and you're like, something's not right here, but I'm not sure what that is or who to tell. And so
tell us about the young boy from Honduras that you spotted.
Very good. I was working number 2 on my aircraft, which is in the back, in the galley. And there was a couple that got on. We were coming from the Honduras, and there was a couple that got on with a young boy. He had to be about 5 years old, a little bit. He was too old to be carried the way they were carrying him like a baby. But they sat in the last row, very inconspicuously, but it didn't look right to me. And this little boy, the fact that they carried him was one thing, but he seemed to be in so much pain. He was sweating profusely. And if my child were that ill, I would not get on an airplane. I'd be trying to find a doctor somewhere. Right. And they got on the airplane.
And he looked maybe drugged or something?
And he looked like he was lethargic. Mm-hmm. You know, he was in pain, he was lethargic, and so I knew something wasn't right, but we got him, you know, we have to engage them in conversation, and as soon as we took off, they laid him across their laps, and so we began to talk to them. At one point, the mother had to take, or who we thought was the mother, had to take the boy to the bathroom. And when we separated them, I told the other flight attendant, I said, why don't you talk to the father and I'll talk to the mother. We asked them the child's name. We got 2 different names. We asked, so I said, well, how old is he? She said he's 5. The father said he's 8. So we knew something was wrong. And so we notified the flight deck, and they notified ground personnel. Well, of course, we had to go through Customs and Immigration. And when we went through Customs and Immigration, I said to the officer, we just reported this couple, and you know, I wish I knew what was going on. This little boy is really, really sick. And he said, we've got somebody that they've pulled aside. I can't talk about it, but I think they're calling the hospital or the doctor about it. And I said, okay, you know, I just wish I knew what happened. The next day, I was coming back through Customs and Immigration, and I had the same officer. And I said to him, you know, remember me from yesterday? What about the little boy and the couple? He said, I can't discuss it with you, but I will tell you this. You made the right call.
Wow.
You made the right call.
And this is part of... What I love is it's part of the network of airline ambassadors, of flight attendants and flight personnel who are trained to spot this kind of thing. Melanne, you were saying it's important to, when you see something, say something, because people need to intervene.
Well, and I respect Donna so much, given what she went through, to be able now, in many ways, to ensure that others don't go through the same thing. Training of airline attendants, training of hospitality personnel, hotels. Where are those points where this kind of activity is going on?